Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Angry Spud. In this video, I'm going old school. I'm bringing back my old reaction videos. I used to do them all the time and I absolutely loved them. So I just think there are too many videos online, especially that have to do with other countries and cultures, that need my opinion and you guys need to see them. So for my first one, I got my 9 shirt on. So you already know what that means. Yes, this one's gonna be about Germany and I'm super excited. So this guy, Ryan Shirley, does a ton of videos of countries and landscapes all over the world, and they're absolutely stunning. I have to go with Germany on my first one because I just have to, and I absolutely love the German culture, the landscapes, and actually this first thing right here, I think it's called the Neuschwanstein. I can't remember, but this castle has been my background for the longest of time. It's so amazing. So we're gonna go ahead, get started with this video. Credit to Ryan, like I said. The link to his channel will be in the description if you want to watch more of his videos. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's begin.
Germany is home to some of the world's most stunning landscapes, from endless castles, medieval towns
beautiful.
Straight out of a fairy tale, and the towering Bavarian Alps. Germany has so much to offer. Let's start this video off in the magical village of Rothenburg. Now when you go
I want to start off by saying that all the videos I'm going to post, I have not seen, so I might know some stuff about the culture and that castle, for instance, but like this type of stuff is amazing, and I'm so super excited to see what he's gonna show us.
to Rothenburg, you'll feel like you're walking in a fantasy movie. It's one of the most preserved medieval old towns in all of Europe. During the Middle Ages, Rothenburg thrived as it was located at the crossroads of European trade routes. At the beginning of the 15th century, it rose to becoming the second largest city in all of Germany, but during the 17th century, Rothenburg faced adversities such as the 30-Year War and the bubonic plague. Without much resources, Rothenburg's growth was halted, which aided in keeping the town preserved in its medieval state. Today, Rothenburg...
Hey, I gotta stop right there. The medieval time period is my ultimate favorite time period of like everything. I don't know why. If I could go back and be a knight, no, a black knight or something like that, that'd be cool, right? Ah, my gosh, that'd be so cool. Germany they have a ton of, actually there's a ton of castles I think all over Europe, and we don't have any here in the US, but overseas there's a ton, and it looks like this city, Rothenburg, still has them, and it's awesome.
It maintains its medieval charm, and it's been the inspiration for sets of Disney movies such as Pinocchio. If you go, you can check out the famous Cloning Corner or witness the beautiful Christmas markets. I mean, just hard to beat the allure of this German village.
It
From
really
Rothenburg,
does.
You can make a 3-hour drive to the beautiful city of Munich, also known as Bavaria's capital. Munich is located in the south of Germany, about 50 kilometers from the Alps. During World War II, Munich was heavily bombed by over 70 air raids, but today the city is restored.
Wait, is it like Munich or München? Don't they say something like that too? I know Bavaria, when I was younger, I used to think Bavaria was like a completely different part of Germany, but I came to learn that it's like separate. It's still Germany, but it's like separate part. If somebody can explain that in the comments for me, that'd be better.
To its former beauty, one of the most popular spots is the Marienplatz Central Square. You'll find the new town hall with its stunning clock tower and historical figurines. After exploring Munich, we're going to head to the Alps to visit Berchtesgaden. Now I have to say this may be one of the most beautiful towns in all of Germany. It's just a 2 hours drive from Munich, and it's nestled in the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite features of the town is the Watzmann Mountain. It has these uniquely shaped peaks that tower over the town. It almost looks like someone took a bite out of it. There's so many beautiful churches
I was about to say, it looks like horns
to explore, such as the Maria Gurn Church, which offers a perfect view of the Watzmann peaks. Just south of the town is where Hitler's former Eagle's Nest retreat is located. It's now a restaurant with unbelievable views. The area is full of stunning alpine lakes such as Hintersee, which offers just incredible views. You could also visit the Berchtesgaden National Park and explore all its hidden treasures. I mean, the whole area is just pure paradise. You know,
that is absolutely beautiful. It looks like Switzerland, but obviously it's right on the border, it looked like. I mean, the water, you can just look at the water. You can see through it. We cannot do that here. It's absolutely disgusting. Anytime you find water, actually, you know, what is it, Yellowstone, you can see through the water there. That's pretty crispy.
After, we're going to visit Lake Constance. Now, it's this massive lake that's not only in Germany, but also borders Austria and Switzerland. I remember I was hiking in the mountains of Appenzell, Switzerland.
Oh, that's so
And
awesome.
I can see the lake from where I was at. I mean, it's just huge. Now, it's the second largest lake in all of Europe by volume. Now, one scenic place on the lake is this town called Lindau. Now, what makes it so unique is that it's this island. Now, it was first mentioned by a monk in the 9th century, and during medieval times, it became quite the fortified city. Today, it's a popular place to visit. I wish
I could
harbor
own my own,
and just the fact
like,
that it's
own
an
little
island.
city.
I mean, just such a cool place. Another picturesque city on Lake Constance is Meersburg. It's located right on the shores, and it's a historical town lined with beautiful colored houses. And I just can't think of a better place to go during a warm German summer. After, we're going to visit the Hohenzollern Castle. Now, I have to say, this is one of the most impressive castles in all of Germany. It sits perfectly.
So when I look at these castles, and I think of back then, the trees, everything, the landscape had to be different, because you're telling me to siege this castle, these people would have to like go all the way through all that stuff just to get up to this peak to try to get into a fortified city. That seems like impossible to me. Maybe it was different back then, but who knows?
On Mount Hohenzollern and can be seen from miles away. Hohenzollern is the last of 3 castles that was built upon this hill. It was completed in 1867 as a memorial to the Prussian royal family. Today it's one of Germany's most visited castles, and I understand why. Another stunning castle in Germany is the Cohem Castle. The original castle was built back in the 1100s, and it made its money by collecting.
I think my wife saw this one.
On passing ships down on the river. Sadly, it was destroyed in 1689 by the French, but in 1868, a wealthy businessman from Berlin decided to rebuild the castle ruins. Today, it stands on a hill overlooking the beautiful town of Cohem and the Moselle River. Another stunning castle just 30 minutes away is the Eltz Castle. It's a popular place to get that classic Instagram picture. So if you're in the area, you gotta check both these castles out. You won't regret it. After, we're going to visit the capital city of Berlin. Now, today, Berlin is a thriving capital with a population of over 3.6 million people. It's an incredible city with a complicated history. Now, Berlin was first documented in the 13th century. During World War II, it was the headquarters of Hitler's Third Reich and became the most heavily bombed city in history. After the war, Berlin was divided into the East and West Berlin. With the end of the Cold War, East and West Berlin were finally reunited in 1990. So one of my favorite spots is the Brandenburg Gate. It's this 18th century neoclassical monument that is Germany's national symbol of unity and peace.
I'd love to see that in real life.
The Berlin Wall Memorial to see remnants of the historical wall. After Berlin,
that's
we're
still
head
there?
over to
That's
Hamburg,
so sweet.
located in northern Germany on the Elbe River. Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany after Berlin. Thanks to its access to the North Sea, Hamburg grew as the port city throughout the ages. Today it is Europe's 3rd largest port. I just love all the canals that run through the city. Hamburg is home to 2,500 bridges, making it the city with the highest number of bridges in Europe. It reminds me of a modern-day Venice. A really impressive spot in the city is the Speicherstadt. It's the largest warehouse district in the world. Now, another beautiful spot in the city is the Auster Lakes. It's a set of 2 artificial lakes that are often full of sailboats.
Look at all those sailboats.
After Hamburg, we're going to head over to Frankfurt. Located in west central Germany, Frankfurt is one of Europe's major financial hubs, and it's home to the European Central Bank. It's full of beautiful skyscrapers and kind of reminds me of American cities. Aside from its skyscrapers and financial districts, Frankfurt is a beautiful historical town. One of the most popular places is Romerburg. It's a beautiful town square lined with colorful timber houses that will get your German vibes going. From Frankfurt, you can make the 3-hour drive to the Black Forest, now located right on the border of France. The Black Forest is a giant region famous for its dense vegetation, picturesque villages, and it's often associated with the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Whenever I think of Germany, I just think of the Black Forest with its cuckoo clocks and just beautiful German towns. I mean, I can't think of a better place to road trip and experience the beauty of southern Germany.
Breathtaking.
Just such a cool region. After, we're going to head to the beautiful town of Füssen. Now, located right at the foot of the Bavarian Alps, Füssen is a 700-year-old medieval city full of old world charm. Its streets are lined with cobblestones, and you feel like you're walking back in time as you
I guess I have to ask, why are all the roofs like the same color? It's like that reddish, like, I don't even know what color that is. It's like a reddish, orangish color. Is that done on purpose or what? Because I know most of all of ours are just black shingles, but all these houses are so colorful all the time in like all these European countries.
I just love all the classical German houses, and I think it's so
That
cool how
water.
the milky blue
Oh my
river
gosh.
lake runs right next to the town. The crowning feature of Fussen is the High Castle. I mean, it just adds so much character to the town. If you really want to go back in time, I mean, you just gotta give Fussen a visit. Now, for our final destination, we're going to visit the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle. I have to say that it is the most beautiful castle in all Europe. It's what inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. I mean, it's just the perfect place for a princess. Now, the castle is nestled at the very tip of southern Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle is placed perfectly in the mountains with a phenomenal 360 view of the Bavarian Alps and the town below. The construction of the castle began in 1869. During World War II, the SS debated blowing up the castle to prevent it from falling into the enemy's hands, but thankfully it never happened. Today, the castle receives over 1.4 million visitors a year, so it's definitely a tourist hotspot. I mean, I just can't get over the beauty of this castle.
Could you imagine if they actually blew up that castle? I mean, I wouldn't have a screensaver then. That would be so terrible. But this castle, I did not know it was inspired for Sleeping Beauty. That's absolutely really cool. I did not know that. But it makes sense because the castle is so beautiful. All I can say is that's absolutely amazing. My favorite, I would have to say, is the Neuschwanstein. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. That's definitely my favorite, for sure. All of Germany is absolutely beautiful. If I could live there for a time, I would. Actually, if I could live in any country for some time, that'd be the best. But I'm excited. That was the first one. If you want to see more of this and you want to see more of what I find on the internet or on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe.